And thank you for staying with us. Now, what caused the deaths of 21 teenagers at the Enyobeni tavern in East London? Well, this will be revealed today. Eastern Cape authorities are expected to release the toxicology report this morning. The teenagers died under mysterious circumstances on the 26th of June. The youngest there being just 13 years old. Let's go to senior reporter Aviwe Mtila, who's been covering the story for us, and he joins us now live. Aviwe, what's the update? The morning only has less than an hour left. Have the parents heard anything from authorities?
Well, the meeting is still continuing this very moment, Maseko. We've been shut out as the media, as the Department of Health is actually in consultations with the family. What we do understand at the moment is that the families have been briefed together. Now what's happening is one-on-one consultations where the family members have been told individually what led to the death of each and every one of those 21 teenagers. Of course, what we do know at this stage, given that the police have already come out and saying that those post-mortem results are out. In fact, there are those consultations that are to happen with the National Prosecuting Authority to determine whether the contents of the report itself merits that there is prosecution that needs to be gone after. So the families then are now being briefed on one-on-one sessions, but of course they're getting that final results, and it's the conclusion now to the lingering questions that have been lingering for the last 2 months, of course, after that tragic incident of the deaths that happened on that early Sunday morning on the 26th of June at Enyobeni Tavern in Scenery Park, East London.
All right. So, Aviwe, have you heard anything from the parents this morning? Maybe the anxiety towards the fact that they're going to be receiving this news today?
And verified.
Early hours of the morning, before going in at the district offices of the Department of Health in the Buffalo City Metropolitan. In fact, they were just in glee in the fact that they'll finally put to rest that lingering question that they had for months now. You do understand it's that one issue that's been bothering the majority of these families, not knowing actually what happened in those early hours of the morning. Of course, we do know from what we've even been able to gather that there has been consistencies in the autopsies and the pathology service in every one of these 21 teenagers. They all showed similar signs of what was wrong. It was some sort of chemical poisoning. We were told in confidence, I think it was the third day after the death of these children, and that was confirmed then officially by the minister, who was flanked by a number of senior delegates, even the premier there, just a month later, telling these families that there was chemical poisoning, but it was not conclusive at this stage. They now say that they have, of course, the final results now, which are now being detailed individually to each and every one of those families. Of course, we'll get that feedback and find that detail ourselves from the families, given that the Department of Health at this stage hasn't had comment, doesn't want to give comments to media at this stage, given that, of course, it is still dealing with the families separately and privately at this stage.
And that's understandable. Well, Aviwe, we'll speak to you a little later on when you have a little bit more information. Hopefully, authorities do give Aviwe the time of day to just give him comment.